Hello beautiful people, and thank you so much for joining me today in today's video. I'm going to be talking about Black is King, a film by Beyonce, which comes out on July 31st. I'm going to give you my honest opinion, my review, and I do have some unanswered questions which you might be able to help. So definitely stay tuned because your comments would definitely be appreciated. Just before I get into the video, I would really appreciate if you could just hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content, and of course leave your comment below. Firstly, I would like to say, if any Bayhives end up watching this video, understand that I'm not coming against Beyonce. This is just an opinion on a movie that is going to be coming out. And also, if there are any pro-blacks, I am pro-black myself. This is not me discrediting Beyonce as a black woman and, you know, discrediting her hard work. So let's get into the trailer itself. So everyone that has watched it has obviously pointed out that the trailer is full of symbolisms, and I kind of found some myself, which is what I wanted to discuss. And I'm going to be talking more from a spiritual aspect of things, not necessarily a religious aspect of things, if that makes sense, but you'll understand a little bit of it later. And also just somebody who enjoys film and, you know, the visual aspect of everything. So the first thing that I do want to point out is, when I was watching this, the first thing that kind of stood out to me was, isn't that Baphomet? Yeah, right there. Okay, so you might be wondering, who is Baphomet? So Baphomet is basically a goat-headed god, a deity that the Knights Templar were accused of worshipping, and that subsequently was incorporated into their occult and mystical traditions. Now, whether or not that was the symbolic of that, I can't confirm. However, it is definitely symbolic, the horns on the head, and it really reminds me of a tribe in the northeastern part of Togo, the Tamberma, I think that's what it's called, the Batamarimba tribe, and they also use something similar. This is a population who practices animist religion. The Tamberma protect their homes with fetishes and altars on which they make sacrifices to the spirits. They also believe in a god of the sun and a goddess of the land responsible for fertility. Another part of the tradition is used by women of huts covered with antelopes' horns that are also present on the houses. So we understand that when we think about horns, you know, ancient gods and super beings had horns. Kings were adorned with headpieces that had horns as a symbol of strength, supremacy, sovereignty, and regal dignity. Horns also meant glory as well as aggressive ferocity. The strength, power, and supremacy were but a part of the symbolisms of horns. So I don't think it's coincidental that, you know, she has used this in the film, and it's not really the first time that she has used this type of symbols in her visuals, or what represents her as a being. So let's move on from horns now. I really want to talk about this specific image. If you know anything about face painting and the African tribe, you would definitely know that they all have a visual symbolic purpose. And it goes even so far to say that different colours, different designs serve a different purpose. But overall, symbols are visual keys that have a meaning to people with a common heritage all around Africa, and these were primarily used in ceremonies and religious contexts, you know, whether it's ritual ceremonies or ceremonies in general. And guys, I have spoken about my witchcraft experience. I would definitely encourage you to go ahead and watch that video. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know if it's just me, but this is too coincidental. Revelations 9:1 says, "And the fifth angel blew his trumpet, and I saw a star falling from heaven to earth." I mean, we can even look at Revelation 6. It says, "And the stars of the sky fell to the earth as the fig tree shed its winter fruit was shaken by a gale." Basically, child, that thing dropped quick. So these are just a few other things that stood out to me that I wanted to share with you guys. If you watch the videos in detail, you will find that there is a lot of symbolisms in this, and I choose to be intentional about what I consume. Sometimes it's good to understand certain things because you actually understand things that happen to you in your life if you can catch the gist of what I'm saying. Now, a lot of people do feel some type of way about it being Black is King, especially after Kanye West dropped his album Jesus is King, and it's kind of, seen as an opponent or opposing his album and his message. And to be honest, I don't really stand for it being called Black is King, just because I understand that the Bible says we are kings and priests, right? The Bible never says black people are kings. He says we, those who are in his kingdom. And those who are in his kingdom, they're neither black or white. It's not a race thing. So when they start bringing a narrative like Black is King, it is problematic, and I do see it as something that is problematic. The whole Black Lives Matter, it's not about a division of race. It's about attacking a system. It's about bringing down a system that is there to suppress a demographic. So I definitely do have a problem with it being called Black is King. I can understand maybe the intent behind it, but I definitely do think that, especially in this climate, you have a lot of black people that are angry, and so people would definitely use this type of thing to their advantage to gain popularity with the most vulnerable. And who is the most vulnerable right now? We are the most vulnerable. Black people are the most vulnerable because we are angry. We want to be heard. We want to feel accepted. So when things like this come out, Black is King, we feel like, yes, power to the black people. Somebody is speaking out for us. So I am going to love this person and follow and invest myself in this person or organization even more. And that's the problem that I have with it. People have been having a problem with it, actually, even on Twitter. I love Twitter. I love Twitter for this type of things because it's like, y'all giving me the tea. So someone says on Twitter, where is white is king, or is it that racist double standards? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I think it's definitely a fair thing. What else? Oh, someone says all lives matter. Okay, whatever. Someone says, Disney, please stop trying to be relevant by faking interest in something the black community does. So I guess everyone else is lesser now. This is in response to Black is King. And then someone says, when does the white version come out? Oh yeah, that's right. It's racist if a white people do this. Which all of these points are fair points. I think we need to be very, very careful not to cross the line. You know what I mean? Like, let's get our point across. Let's stay focused on what the fight is about, but let's not get it mixed up. Now, just to conclude my little video, podcast, whatever you want to call it, sorry, I just want to say I do apologize if the sound is not great. So, all in all, I'm not discrediting Beyonce. I'm not discrediting the vision. Her and her husband have been doing amazing things. And, kudos to them. Congratulations to them. And this is what I love, is when you are in a position of power, when you've got money, when you are able to do these things, this is what you should be doing. You should be making moves that will make changes, that will be part of history, and they are definitely doing that. So I'm not discrediting them for that. However, whenever it comes to things that are ritual, things that are detrimental to our souls, I definitely have to I'm not just going to follow it just because it's Beyonce. So in the light of the video, I do want to just celebrate Beyonce and everything that she has been doing. I don't know if you're aware, but she did bail out BLM protesters and covered their legal fees. She has provided 2 days of free COVID-19 testing. She has provided scholarships for HBCU students. She has provided affordable housings in Houston. She has donated $6 million to coronavirus relief. She has donated her entire salary from the movie Cadillac Records to a drug rehab center. She has provided voter registration at her concerts. She has founded Bay Good to help the homeless, sick, and unemployed. So we can't discredit someone who is making use of their money, who is making use of their power, their influence, really. So I'm just going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I would love to hear your comments. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.